Hey everyone, Ekman here with another video, and this is going to be a match from a recent live stream that I did with Sos, our strongest wizard. So if you haven't checked him out, make sure to follow him here on YouTube. If you guys want to see the full live stream, you can find it linked in the description as well. But real quick, I want to go over the deck list for this video, and these are on Eggman events in the team deck list section too, if you guys want to find them. But this is the red and white kind of like Zaft, Neo Zeo, like Justice Gundam deck that I've been working on. Like I want this card to work. I've been trying really hard to find the best way to do it, and just kind of find like a combination for red and white, and this has been kind of my newer way to do so, and with kind of the idea that I'm playing all these cards that are just like these Cyber New Type and like Neo Zeon parts. I do think like Kshatriya as well as like Shinanju are just like really good like late game cards that exist right now that have been getting a little bit extra value, and I've also been really liking like the Gira Zulu guards type to be able to get like that additional 1 damage that sometimes like cards exist at 1 HP for far too long as well. So with that in mind, I kind of threw this together and it ended up working like pretty good. I think there are some times where, if I don't see like Z Zulu early, the card feels a little bit bad. Dual Gundam is really difficult to get this like a 5 AP, but you could also just put like a 2 AP pilot underneath it with either, again, Merida or Full Frontal. That helps a lot too. The fact that Gira Zulu also has a link with Merida Cruz means you get that additional damage sometimes, and you also press 5 damage, and it's also, you can attack the turn as played. So being able to get rid of like a base and ping 1 damage to something level 3 or lower is really nice. Aegis Gundam is really nice at being able to get some breach damage too. So you're kind of like pinging them aggressively with breach damage, and then you have cards like Shinanju that lets you just like get rid of their bases. And then there are just times where you're like, well, I can Justice Gundam if I have Justice and Atherin. This is 2 attacks that I'm able to make at the end game, since I do get to attack with my token with the During Pair effect. So there are some times where I can just close out games because I had 1 more attack than my opponent was thinking I was going to be able to get this turn. So that ends up being really nice. And then on the other side, we've got the blue and white Gundam, and this is my build of it. Sos was playing in it, but he was, again, blue and white, how the deck works, right? You know how the gameplay works. You play blockers, you're able to just kind of outvalue your opponent, do some really good trades using your AP minus effects, and then you just get to end the game where you have like 5 cards in the hand and they're just top decking for the rest of it. So nothing too crazy. We're using more of the Unicorn Gundam package, just because I like Unicorn Gundam, but I do think the 7-drop is really good late game for being able to control the board, and again, like guarantee like you get some favorable trades, right? The fact like every time you get to use Kira's effect, it's such a benefit for this. I also have been liking more and more this Gundam from Star Deck 1. Sometimes this card is just really difficult to get rid of, and if your opponent doesn't commit to it, it just stays around for the entire game and just lets you like ping damage and get rid of small bodies for the rest of it, which is just really obnoxious. So nothing again too crazy for it. Something you guys have probably known, and probably known for a little bit too much, and we'll probably continue to know for the next couple weeks too. But those are the decks, and I hope you guys enjoy the match. All right, we've got myself on the left with the red and white Justice blockers, and we've got Sos on the right with the blue and white Unicorn. I roll a 4, Sos rolls a big ol' 6, and decides if he wants to go first or second. Going to decide to go second, and we're going to start us off on the left here. So 1 resource, not anything to do, not too surprising. We've got Sos also just being at level 2 with the EX and passing. At our level 2, we're going to play out the Z Zulu, which is pretty good at attacking these EX bases and passing it back. So this is going to play out the Gundam Ilfrit, a 2-4. We're going to attack into the EX base. It's going to be a 4-2 when attacking, and so this is going to take that, and we're going to play out the Dual Gundam and pass from there. So when we're only a 4-2 when attacking, it would mean that it could be a pretty good trade for the Ilfrit to be able to attack into the 2-2 Zulu, which ends up being the case for Sos, taking 2 damage there. And then deciding to play out the Rizel and as well as the Overflowing Affection. So draw 2 and trash 1. Looks like getting another Overflowing, and after some decisions, getting rid of a Unicorn Gundam in hand and passing it back. Level 3 for me, and deciding what we want to do here. Or sorry, level 4 for me, and playing out the MA mode for 3, and then the Atherin. We are going to be able to attack over with Breach. We're going to attack into the Ilfrit there. We do not have enough AP on the Dual Gundam for the Breach, but we do get rid of the Ilfrit, and pretty good trade, I think, for us. So going down to 5, we have Perfect Strike Gundam, going to have the effect to bounce back the Dual Gundam, which I think is generally more help than hurt. And then also playing out the Archangel here too. So a little bit rough, especially since we are a 4 AP Aegis right now, but we might be able to make something work here. We are level 5 now. And we are going to attack into the base. Yeah, doing 4 damage. Into there. And then from there, we're going to play out the Gira Zulu Guard type. Doing 1 damage and then playing out the dual Gundam there. So, 1 damage is better than none, right? Being able to get that additional damage is nice, but being able to remove the perfect strike would have been a little bit better. But I'm going to use the overflowing affection to get the draw 2. And it looks like getting out a Bonager from the hand there. I'm going to play out the Gundam and then using the Amuro for the link there, getting the rest on the dual Gundam. Being able to go 3 into there, taking 3 damage, going to a 5-2. And thinking about the perfect strike, yeah, just going to end up trading with the Aegis. I think that's fair. And repair 2 for the Gundam and passing it back to me. All right, 2 into the Archangel to get rid of it. And then we're going to be at level 6. We're actually going to play out the Kshatriya here. Going to be able to also play out the Z Zulu. So no para link for the Kshatriya there, but it is not too bad to get 2 more bodies on the board there. After some consideration, Sos is going to end up playing out the, looks like the Freedom, I'm thinking. Yeah, the Freedom Gundam there. Going to be able to use another resource. They're going to use the Kira to get the link, which is going to get the AP -2 to, I'm going to say, likely the Gira Zulu. Yeah, there it is. And then being able to attack into it. So again, very strong here. Going to be able to have 0 AP. We're going to have a fully healed Gundam and pass it back to me. We're attacking 4 into the shields here, hitting an Ale Strike. We're going to go 5 into the shields here. If I remember correctly, I'm trying to bait the block here from Sos, but not going to take it. Get the white base, which is a pretty nice card to hit right here, going down to 1 shield. But we do have the Justice Gundam, and we do additionally have a way to make the token there. There's the Fathom 00. And I'm going to play out the Kshatriya. So not too terrible for us. We do have a pretty wide board. And it's going to be up to Sos to kind of now defend now that we've got so many cards here. So overflowing affection here, getting the draw 2. And going to need a trash 1. Looks like it's going to be an Amuro Ray. Going to again use another overflowing. So a lot of affection coming from Sos's side. Going to get rid of a Zowart from hand, it seems. And considering the rest of this, yeah, spending another couple resources here. Going to play out the Ale Strike, and it does have the Kira with it. So going to bounce the token back to hand, and just kind of explain, yeah, if tokens go back to hand, they do get removed from game, so they get removed there. 2 blockers right now for Sos. Going to use the Gundam here to attack into the Kshatriya. So this will be a would be a trade, but there is the AP minus that we got from the Freedom Gundam since we linked to the Ale Strike there. We're going to attack into the Z Zulu, which gets rid of the AP for that. So no damage there. And now I'm in a kind of tough spot. So it's 1 blocker up right now, and with the base. So I kind of have to press some damage. We're going to attack here with our Justice. This will get a removal here, taking 5 damage there. We do have another Justice, though, with Atherin. So no blockers left. It's going to have a token that does also have the ability to attack, getting rid of the base, getting 1 hit into the shield, and no defensive cards, and the Kshatriya is able to make it. So pretty close game. I've been really liking, finding ways to make use of the Justice Gundam. You kind of have to play the red and white build, but definitely having some access to some of this ping damage and everything else has made the deck feel pretty good. So here is the game for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out the full VOD, which is linked in the description, and also follow Sos on Strongest Wizard. So that's going to be it from us. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.